Hi y'all, it's me. Happy Saturday. I am coming today with a kind of a little series I'm going to have on my channel. I don't know how often I'll post to this particular idea, but it's called Die Spotlight, and my intention with this is to explore die further than what it's intended. So for example, I want to show you a die, what comes in the package, how to assemble it, what it looks like when it's assembled, different ways to use it in that manner, how it's intended, and then I want to show you other ways to use that same die. So that's why it's hard for me to predict when I'll do a next one, because the die has to have a voice and speak to me. So that's what I'm getting at. So this week, what I want to do is I'm going to share with you a die from Spellbinders, and that's this one right here. And it's called Flower Garden. It's by Sharon Sowell, and that's the number right there. If you're interested, I believe it's still available. If I can, I'll put a link down below for you. And it makes these tiny little shadow boxes, and I'm telling you, once I made one, I was hooked, and then I just went crazy with it. So let me show you what that die looks like once you take it out of the package. It's right here. This would be the base of the box. This is the frame that goes on the top of the box. And then it comes with these extra pieces, a banner and some flower pieces here. Now, when you put it together, it's super, super simple. And I'm going to show you a finished one first so that you can see how a finished one looks. I just fell in love, love, love with these. This is the one that I made first. I used Maggie Holmes paper, and this came from the Maggie Holmes sticker book. I just raised him up on foam squares so that it would be dimensional. This die measures 3.5 from the frame tip to tip by 2.5 for this direction. The box, which is this part in the back, measures 1.5 this way by 2 inches this way. So it's not huge. These would be cute for embellishments, and I have a couple of other ideas I'll show you once I show you how to put this piece together. So when I made this, I used all the components that were in the die set. I used the frame, the box, I used the flowers, and I put seed beads in the center of those flowers, and I used the banner with this word pretty across. Isn't that so darling? These would be cute embellishments. They're not too high of a profile. I believe that's probably 1/2 inch deep, if that. So anyway, but super, super cute. So let me show you how these pieces look once you die cut them. I have 3 pieces here, and I'll tell you why I have 3. You only need 2 to make the actual shadow box. But let me move these back a little bit. Okay, so you got your box, and you have your frame cover and an insert. I will show you how to do this really quickly. When you cut this die out, it's already pre-scored for you, so you just have to fold all the score lines that are on here, including the little tabs, and you can probably see them better on the back here. Those are the score lines. There's one on each tab, and then these 4 little pieces. As you can see, I've applied double-sided adhesive to these areas on the tab, and then on the interior of the box, I've added adhesive to the 4 outer flaps. So the first thing you need to do is you need to take and remove your adhesive from, or your sticky back. I recommend, you could, sorry, I'm trying to do this on looking through the camera. It's crazy. It feels awkward, actually. You can use hot glue if you would like to. I think probably it's better. Excuse me, I'm going to come over to the side here so I can see it better what I'm doing while I'm talking. Anyway, you're going to remove all of these little things off your tape. And then, sorry, I'm flying it all over my space. And then you're simply going to take those 2 long tabs, and on the long side of the box, you're going to fold those in. And excuse my fingers, but it is small, and you do have to get, they will get in the way. And basically, you're just going to stick them in there and be sure that they're touching and squared, and then apply the pressure to seal them down there. So that's pretty much how you put those pieces in. You do the same thing on the other side. You get the tabs, push them in, and then you bring that piece up and square it off. And then push them down, right like that. Okay, now you're left with these 4 outer tabs here. Sorry, this is kind of clumsy when you're working around a camera. So then you take the sticky stuff off of these pieces. And again, excuse my my clumsiness on camera. I just can't seem to get this to function right when I'm looking through this thing here. Here we go. And this one, maybe. Sorry, this really comes together fast, you guys. Just me being slow today. I'm in the middle of a project, painting my house. So anyway, okay, once you do that, you're just simply going to fold those down and press them to the interior of the box. Really simple. There's your box all together like that. Now, the next part you're going to work on is you're going to do the frame. The frame also comes scored, so you just fold on the score lines as I did here. You're going to take and remove your sticky back off of this one. If it doesn't stick to me, it's kind of got some static today. Okay. Again, the ones that I made, I used hot glue. It was just really faster than this tape stuff. So, all right. Once you do that, then you're going to take your little box that you made and you're going to set this right into your box like this. Make sure it's flat, laying the way it should. You can kind of tell. And just push those flaps in like this. And make sure they stick. My glue, my tape is not working so well, I think because it's a little cold today and I'm having an issue with it. So if it doesn't stay down, that's why. But anyhow, that's how you get that box done. And it's super cute when it's finished. I messed up on that corner, but oh well, you get the idea. So anyhow, that's how you do the box. Now, let's say you didn't want the frame and the interior to look the same. You can take this portion of this die and trace it onto a different colored cardstock or whatever you choose, different pattern, and then you simply going to lay that in there. So I put some adhesive on the back. Again, I'm removing it just off the camera there. I removed the adhesive off, and you're going to push it down into your box, and that's how you get a different background. So that's pretty much how easy this is to put together. And that's what it looks like on the back. Now let me show you some of the others that I have done. And this next one is probably my favorite one. I used also some paper from Maggie Holmes in the background, some glitter paper. I used the flowers from the collection, the dies that came with that set. I used a sticker, some pom-pom trim. I made this tiny bow with, I think this was a Fisker's punch, and then I took a gold marker just to color that in the center. I also stamped this image out, and then I just colored the beak in. I have that up on Pop Dots as well. Super, super cute ornaments, super cute to embellishments. You could use them for just about anything. So let me show you my next one. Now this one I didn't quite decorate all the way. It was just to give you the idea. This is Halloween. I put one of those 3D rings on foam squares and put that spider in there, and this is confetti on the little webs, and then the paper there, and black on the back. Super cute. Super, super cute. Then I did another version. Now this one I made what could be construed as an ornament for your tree. Really cute. So I have a Santa sticker. I popped it up. I used some trim, the flowers with seed beads, and then I put a chenille stem up here on top to act as the hanger for this. And I made a tiny little bow there. So again, super cute. Now, I was thinking after I did this one that you probably could take a secondary box, if you wanted to, and back them up together. Put the chenille stem in between the two, and then you'd have a double-sided ornament if you wanted to do it that way. I just thought that was pretty kind of cute way of adding a double-sided ornament. So then I also did another thing. I thought, I wonder what that would be like if I made a double-decker. And I was thinking how cute this would be if you put the word love, Love. You could hang this, put a hanger on it, and hang it on the wall, or you could use it this way and do something else. And the only difference that I did when I made this was when I put the box together, I made one exactly the way it was supposed to. And on the bottom box, I cut off this entire piece along the top so that it would lay flush under there. See that? There's that piece of the frame is gone. And that way you can have that there. So that was another way that I used this die. Then I thought, well, okay, maybe I can make a little shaker box out of it, and I did. This one was really easy and cute to make. Now, I used Maggie Holmes paper and some sequins from my stash, a little flower there with the leaves that I punched out, a bow, and then I gold markered around the edges and around the edge of the bird. And what's really cute about this one is that now it's the shaker. And what you have to do when you make a shaker is you have to cut 2 layers of the frame, this top piece, and sandwich that acetate in between the 2 frame pieces. And then instead of putting the flaps of the frame, which were those little, oh, I taped it down. Remember the little flaps from the inside of the frame? They were the ones that you push down right here. Those will, instead of going on the interior of the box, they go to the outside of the box. So what I did to cover them up was I added this ribbon around because I didn't want to see the flaps from the frame part. So isn't that so cute? Little shaker box. And then finally, the last thing I thought about when I was looking at this die was I could make a matchbox. And look at how cute that is. I used Maggie Holmes paper again for this. Simply made the portion of the frame, which is the box part, the bottom. And then I took a long strip of paper, measuring this piece twice and this width twice. I cut it that long, and then I wrapped it around the box. And now I have this little matchbox that I could fill with embellishments and further decorate, which I didn't do yet, but I just wanted to share this idea with you. So there you go. I think this is such a versatile, cute die. You can make all your embellishments. You can send them out in your Happy Mail. You can do all kinds of cute things with it. So that's the die I wanted to share with you this week. Now, if you happen to have stayed along with me this far, I am doing a little giveaway. I am going to be giving away this die here. I bought 2 so I could give one away. And all you need to do to qualify for this die is you have to tell me which of the forms that were used here did you like the most, and or also if you had an idea of what else could be done with this box that I didn't think of, maybe you could tell me that in your description down below. So that would be the way to enter for this die. I am going to try to come back next weekend and select the winner. So just be sure to check my channel and see if you're the lucky winner. You should be a subscriber of mine. That would be awesome. You can thumbs up or not. It doesn't matter. I don't care about all that stuff. So anyway, it's just leave the comment which you like, what style of this die you like best, and or a way that you thought to use it that I didn't. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy this little series. This again was Die Spotlight number 1. And I hope to have some more for you in the future. Until then, do what makes you happy. Bye for now.